We're watching right now Advanced Micro Devices.
Let's go. Welcome to Trading HD. First of all, remember to read disclaimer right here and also in the description below. AMD, amazing chart that we have right there. We're going to talk about the latest fundamental information, also the technical side. We are talking about the semiconductor sector, and in this sector, we are experiencing heightened competition, as you may know, particularly in AI-powered chips and data centers. And this stock is related to this, and also Nvidia and other assets that we analyzed in this channel. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and let's get started with AMD.
Also join the conversation. We read all your comments that you have here in the description below on YouTube. So let's start, with the last crash we experienced because it was absolutely insane. We were talking about like a minus 26% in just 1 week and a half. So obviously, the semiconductor industry was peaking. It's like we were making new highs. The price completely skyrocketing on Nvidia. But we remember, guys, that AMD is not the same thing because the net income of Nvidia is more than 20 billion, so something completely crazy. But here is just 100 million.
Yeah, it's a completely different number, of course. So you have to take that into account in the general context. And it's interesting from the technical side, we have this kind of support line that we were talking about in the previous video. And you can see like the price apparently respected it very clearly. We can see right there the bounce that it happened. So we have a question for you guys. You can answer in the comments. Do you think this level will be strong enough to hold the price and continue going higher? Maybe this was just like a small, well, not a small, but a correction. Or do you think like we will see the breakout happening of this level and visiting lower prices? Let us know in the comments below. And also from the fundamental side, we have the next earnings. Apparently they will be released 30th of July, the last day of this month.
Yeah, we're talking about like an estimate of 0.767. So that means that the revenue was 5.7 billion. And if we compare the data, because this is something that you have to do, you have to compare the data with the previous quarter and also with the previous quarter in the previous year. So if we go back to, for instance, right here, we have the 0.67. 5.7. Okay, we go to the last year, for instance, the same quarter, and we take a look here. We have it. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, 5.3. So obviously this is a little bit better. So we're talking about the estimate is better than the previous year. That's good, So that justifies the stock should be, up in comparison to 2023. But then if we compare the last earnings, the previous one, and the previous one was like an estimate of 0.61 and an estimate of 5.4. So this is very similar to the estimate. So the estimate is a little bit better than the previous one, but not that much.
Yeah, that's something to take into account. Also, as usual, the forecast could help us to have more information about the future of the company and how analysts see them. So let's go with that forecast. We have a lot of analysts giving their forecast for 1 year price of advanced micro devices. 43 analysts in total, and very bullish from what we can see right there. The maximum one, $250, 76% to the upside. The average between all of them, $192 around it, 35% to the upside more or less. And then the minimum one will be around these levels, 135 minus 5%. So very interesting. They are all in the bullish side, we could say. Do you agree with them, guys? Let us know in the comments below. But this is pretty obvious from what we can see in the analyst section, in this price target forecast.
Yeah, I think it's like for Nvidia, it's not that. I think it's kind of different, because I remember one analyst from Nvidia, it's like he was expecting a huge crash.
Minus 80%, something like that.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but anyway, it's your opinion, it's your analysis. But
Yeah,
here is like minus
just more
5%
data.
only.
Yeah, exactly. This could be like they could be right or they could be wrong. You have to decide by yourself. But it's interesting to see like 43 analysts, at least most of them have the average is 35% to the upside. This is not a small number, for a huge market cap
That's
stock.
the important number, the average. I mean, because in the end, we have 43 analysts, and all of them the average plus 35%. They are normally right, especially in stocks like this with a huge market cap.
Yeah, we will see how it goes. Let us know in the comments if you agree with this forecast or you have a different one. And going back to the daily time frame from the technical side, I wanted to comment this upside movement that happened during February of this year and also March, very interesting that breakout that occurred, because they were making new highs and the bullish strength was huge. You can clearly see, let me erase it so we can see the candles with more detail. uh, Huge green candles to the upside and even bullish gaps, and that was very interesting, but from there it's like they reached a level where the price started to drop. They entered again into the lower part of this kind of channel, we could say, or uptrend, and they made this retest, and from there another one right here, and now we are in this lower price zone. But very interesting that breakout. Did you expect it? And also, did you expect like the price will be back in this price, because it broke out with a lot of strength?
Yeah, and look at that. I think everything is taken from above. That false breakout, very, very typical. And then the retest, completely typical. And right now, reaching the bottom of the support level and rebounding from there. So everything is so perfect. And the thing here is like, it doesn't always work, but in the weekly, daily charts, they tend to work the best. If you, for instance, go to intraday and 5-minute chart, 30-minute charts, these type of things are not that common because they tend to, send like false signals. But here in weekly, daily charts, they really work very, very well.
Yeah, exactly. You can also have false signals. You can see that right there, that false breakout, we could say. But obviously, the strength is higher, and more investors will be looking, at least long-term investors with huge amounts of capital, maybe more than intraday traders or retail traders, that will be looking for those levels where they have like the risk minimized, or that's why what we could think about it. So let us know in the comments if you follow this type of strategy with support, resistance areas, or you just take a look at the fundamentals and you go with that. Remember that we read all the comments and we like to share them with our new section that we have. In this video, we don't have it because we didn't have previous comments in AMD videos. But if you leave your comments below, next video, you will appear here with us.
Thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next video.
Remember to check this analysis, how is it called? The Swing Trading Bible, something like that?
Swing Trading Bible, Robbie video right here for you, where we teach you everything you need to know about the techniques we use to analyze stocks. It's our opinion, of course, but I think it's a very useful guide.
Yeah, very useful information. Thank you very much for checking it out. Subscribe. Welcome to Trading HD. We love you.
Bye bye.